Hey everyone, welcome back to Dead Rabbit Radio. I'm your host, Jason Carpenter. I'm having a great day. I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're beating this heat that seems to be beating the planet up right now. The sun is taking its revenge against us, or the ozone layer has a big hole. Maybe the reptilians are terraforming our planet to make it more suitable for their alien needs. Or maybe it's just a heat wave. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. It's really hot. Just think, soon you guys won't have to hear me complain about this stuff. And I'll be happy about that too. I'm not a fan of doing stuff for the sake of irony, like liking something to be ironic. I like stuff that I genuinely enjoy. I liked the first 3 Transformers movies. The second one sucked, but the third Transformers movie, Dark of the Moon, argue with me on this. The third Transformers movie, Dark of the Moon, is the best alien invasion movie of the 2000s, and in the top 5 of all time. It is an amazing alien invasion film. The Battle of Chicago is great. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Watch Transformers 3. Argue with me if you think that I'm wrong on that. But one of my likes that I genuinely enjoy watching, that people think that I'm an idiot for, is I love watching reality shows. And I don't watch them so much now because I never have my television on. I just watch movies. And they're on Netflix, but I really don't like watching Netflix that much. But when I do, I'll binge watch a reality show. I just like watching real people. And I know a lot of it's staged. I know a lot of it's edited up. But I like watching these subcultures. I think the best reality shows are about subcultures. Not a fan of stuff like Big Brother or what was that one with the girls on the beach with the boy and all the chicks were hot? It was called like the Hill. Laguna Beach. Never was into that. Early Real World was okay. I liked watching stuff like the Dallas Cheerleader reality show, which really is the perfect example of dad porn. That's what I talked about on the last episode, where it's porn, air quotes, that you can watch, that a man can watch, and people don't think anything is going on. You're watching these young, beautiful, nubile women dance around. They were in really short skirts. What I like about it, obviously, these beautiful women. I also like competition-based reality shows. I like this, not like a game show one, but shows where people are competing in their subculture. Like the Dallas, you're watching this huge group of women, and by the end of the season, there's only going to be 7 of them who are going to start a very, very hard job because they have to try out each year. Okay, that being said, I really joined watching reality shows. So, back when I was about 35, I got mono. Really bad. They had to put me in an isolation ward in a hospital, and I was there for 3 days, and all the nurses and the doctors and stuff had to mask up before they came in. I had a terrible infection. And I didn't have a smartphone back then. This is probably like 2010. So I had no internet, but I did have access to television. Hospitals have great cable nowadays. And I flipped through the channels and I found 2 programs to watch. One of them was a 2-hour sit-down interview with President George W. Bush, former president at this time. Now, I was never a big fan of President Bush when he was in office. Watching him give this really candid interview talking about how he felt making these decisions in his presidency, his regrets, the decisions he still stood by, was fascinating. It was almost like watching someone that you considered a direct enemy to you sit down and explain to you why they made the decisions they made. Didn't agree with everything he said in that interview, but it was fascinating nonetheless. The other option that I had to watch, and of course I had 100 options, but the other show I kept flipping back to was Toddlers and Tiaras, a reality show based around 6-year-old girls trying to win beauty pageants. Again, it was a competitive-based reality show of a subculture I am not a part of. I don't have any other interest in it if it didn't exist in a reality show. You're watching these mothers basically berate their children while roughly combing their hair, and the little girls are going back and forth between being super happy that she's in a beauty pageant to being bored, and the mothers give them pixie sticks to keep them all hyper during the competition. It is a incredibly bizarre alien subculture to me. I'm flipping back and forth between the 2 shows. Bush interview, Toddlers and Tiaras. Bush interview, Toddlers and Tiaras. When each commercial break comes on each, go back and forth. Toddlers, Tiaras, it was like a marathon. So I'm sitting there in the hospital, and what happens when you're in the hospital and they're pumping you full of painkillers? You fall asleep. About a half hour later, I wake up, a nurse is walking into my room to deliver me some more pain medication. And in that darkened room, late at night, a grown man is watching toddlers into your Oh, if you're listening, medical staff of the Folsom Hospital where I was treated, I was just flipping between channels, and I really like reality shows that involve competition. Nothing else. Let's go ahead and get started with the episode. So I'm going to give you a little warning right now. I'm going to cover the miracle drug story now because the sexual conspiracy story we're going to cover is so gross that you don't want to be making food or eating food or thinking anything about food or really anything while you're listening to that. So I'm putting this story first so you can go click at the end of it and go, man, that was a great episode, and keep your mind pure of what we're going to talk about. What we're going to talk about right now is a miracle drug that could change the way people achieve beauty. I don't feel like I'm overselling this. This is amazing. I came across it. This one was actually on the conspiracy list, surprisingly enough. I found it very quickly, and I thought, well, this couldn't be what they're talking about, but this is a miracle drug. So the miracle drug is, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but I'll have the links below, Melanotan 2. Melanotan 2. It's a steroid. And the doctors were trying to create something that would prevent skin cancer, that would help people not get skin cancer. So they invented this steroid, and they began testing it. And what they realized that once you inject this, you can inject it into the fatty tissue of your stomach. They've also created a nasal spray version for wimps like me. But what they realized is you take it, you go out to the sun for an hour, 2 hours, whatever. You begin tanning. Your skin becomes darker. And that does help definitely with skin cancer, but the doctors are like, whoa, wait a second. So this actually is a tanning aid. Like if you take this, you no longer have to sit out in the sun for hours on end. You can have or even do a quarter of the time tanning. Your skin will become dark, which, a lot of people find very attractive. I personally, like my choice, I prefer very pale girls, like jellyfish pale, translucent. I want to be able to see their organs inside of, grew up in that age of gothic girls. I just love that super pale skin, but tan girls, hey man, yeah, that's pretty hot too. It's not my go-to or anything, but so this drug, they're like, whoa, it really helps you tan. Now it has a second effect. It's not as big as the tanning thing. It has a lesser effect, but you take this steroid, you lose weight. So not only does it give you a tan, a healthy tan, and it doesn't age your skin because it's the UV rays that actually make your skin get leathery. The darkening of the skin itself with this drug doesn't give you all the bad side effects of being out in the sun forever. It also helps you lose weight. And if that wasn't good enough, I own no stock in any of these companies. There's not going to be an affiliate link below. All of the links below are going to be information. I think one or two of them is from a store, but I don't have any affiliate deals with them. I don't want you to think that I'm a spokesman for this product. Not only does it give you a tan, not only does it help you lose weight, if you're a man, it gives you an erection, and there is a spin-off version that if you are a woman, it gets you wet. A wonder drug. One of the scientists tested it on himself and had a 4-hour-long erection. Now, I gotta say, I admire the guts on that scientist to go, you know what, here, screw it, and just inject himself with this steroid they're working on. Now, the only side effects, a little bit of nausea, dizziness, that's it. I think a little bit of vomiting, which is probably just more of a side effect of the nausea. They tested this. Companies have fought over it, and they had to split the patent and then reunite the patent. They're working on all this stuff. It's already on the market. It's already on the market. You can order it now. My thing is I'm not going to buy a little clear vial of liquid on the internet and then inject it into my body. Actually, surprisingly, I have a story about that. I used to work back in what could be called... I worked in an element of the adult entertainment industry. So I would get mailings and I would get offers from other companies that worked in that same industry. This was back in 2000, 2001, 2003. Somewhere, it was a span of time. But anyways, so I worked in that industry. One day, I got a letter with a product on it. And so I opened up the envelope. It's just a regular white envelope. Had a piece of paper, a little baggie at the top of it, stapled to the piece of paper, and inside it was a pill. And I'm reading the letter, and it says, "Congratulations, you have been chosen as one of the first people to take our new supplement. It will increase your sex drive. It'll make your dick bigger. It will make you last longer." As I'm reading the article, I have already opened up the baggie and swallowed the pill. Now, I thought about it maybe a half hour afterwards. To put a little time period on this story, this happened. I got this letter maybe 2 months after 9/11. And I thought, about a half hour later after I'd taken this pill, I thought, if Al-Qaeda wanted to kill 1 million American men overnight, they would just send out cyanide pills and say, "This will make your dick bigger." And the next day, the streets would be awash of dead men. Obviously, it wasn't cyanide. And to top the story off, the pill didn't even work. Didn't work for me. But this Melanotan, and Melanotan too, and on the conspiracy list, it's listed as Tren Tanning, because Tren is another term. I think Tren is another term for steroids in general, but it's another term for this steroid. This is on the conspiracy list. It's listed on there because it's basically a wonder drug that nobody knows about. And the fact that it's not the most popular supplement at Walmart or every store across the planet is shocking. And I think it's probably the delivery method more than anything. People don't want to inject themselves with stuff. But they perfect that nasal spray, everyone will have a tan, everyone will lose weight, and everyone will want to bang all the time. That was a clip from our daily podcast, Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is available anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's daily paranormal, conspiracy, and true crime news. If you want to hear the full episode that this clip came from, check the link below. Please like and subscribe. And hit that little bell, too. That does some magical stuff. Thanks, guys.